Hello, Pisces. Welcome back to Lotus Heart Tarot. I am so excited to have you. We are back at home. It's so good to be home. It always feels so good to sleep in your bed and to have a nice place to come home to that you feel relaxed and at peace at. And this table is also, or this desk is really also one of those places for me. So thank you all so much for joining me. I'm very excited to see what messages come out. So let's just dive right in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am very happy to have you here. These are general messages, so please take what resonates and just leave the rest. No need to make anything fit that doesn't, all right? So, Spirit, what can you show us for Pisces? For my Pisces. What's going on with my Pisces? What do they need to know right now? All right. Wow, dang, Pisces. All right. On the bottom of the deck, you're getting fear, wariness, trust, she who doubts. Okay, I think this is an energy we're coming out of. Guys, you have been getting a lot of energy about manifestation, and when you're coming from a shaky place of doubt or skepticism where you don't really believe that you're going to get what you are hoping for, or what is possible for you, or even the highest and best. Just take a second. Observe that you are seeing or feeling this way. And then just connect to your breath. And remember what a miracle it is. You are here breathing, living, a spiritual being, having a human experience on this rock we call Earth that is spinning and hurling through space. We are just this tiny, tiny grain of sand in a very impermanent and temporary world. And yet the fact that we are here, the fact that we exist, the fact that we are breathing, the fact that we are having this experience is proof that we are worthy, that we do deserve love, that we do, that we are powerful, we are limitless. I mean, for God's sake, we're having this experience. We are limitless. And so, there are times where the 3D world will reflect something back to you, especially when you're going through a period of change or transformation, or especially when you're coming upon sort of having this windfall of abundance, or sort of having everything that you want. There will be these little triggery things that happen in the 3D that sort of, if you're not of strong, sound mind and body, where you don't really believe that you deserve it, and you don't really believe that it is already yours and that it's your birthright, you will get shaken and you will have doubt. And then what you'll see is the manifestation of that doubt rather than the manifestation of what you're really looking for. It's just important to remember that, most of life is our perception of it, how we're feeling about it, how we're interpreting it. So if we look at, applying for a job and not getting an interview as something that happens to us that's bad, that's proof that we are not worthy of that job, then guess what? We're going to keep getting rejection letters. But if we look at it and we say, oh, that wasn't the right one for us, but it still shows that I took the step, that I took the chance, that I went out there and applied, and that I'm open to letting the universe show me what path is meant for me. And then maybe if you get that one, then apply for 3 more in hopes that the universe is going to show you. Because whatever door or window opens, that's the one for you, and it will resonate most deeply with you, and it will bring you the most joy. And sometimes as humans, with our thinking minds, we can think, oh, this is the thing that's right for me. This is the thing that's perfect for me. And then we don't get it and we're crushed, and we take it as this, sign that like, oh, we suck. And it has nothing to do with that. That wasn't, either it wasn't the right time or it wasn't the right thing. Some of God's greatest gifts are his unanswered prayers. And definitely, Pisces, this is that moment for you where it's all shifting out. It's like what I see is one of those, I don't know if you guys go to the beach much, but if you do, they have these like plastic tray things, and you pick up a whole bunch of sand and then you sift it out, and there will be shells left in the bottom of it. It's kind of like you have to sort of shimmy away or, drain away that sand in order to find the shells, in order to find the things that are meant for you, the treasure that is meant for you. And so this is a process. So don't believe what you see you can believe that you didn't get it because it wasn't meant for you, because that's true. If it was meant for you, you would have gotten it. Things that are meant for you do not pass you by. The thing is that, we get to choose what we tell ourselves, the narrative that we have, and our narrative is typically determined by our early life experience. And so if you're someone that grew up in a space of survival rather than love and thriving and abundance, then a lot of times you have a survival perspective going into adulthood, and you look at a job as something you need to survive, and when you don't get it, you look at it as, I'm not worthy possibly even to survive, which would be horrifying. But no judgment, it just breaks my heart. The thing is that it isn't that at all. It is just that, hey, there is a different plan for you. And there's a sole purpose here. Maybe you're not meant to just get the job that pays the bills. Maybe you're meant to keep applying for things and fall upon or stumble into a soul group, a soul family, meeting a special person. All of those things are possible, even though what we're really going for or looking for is a job. Maybe you're meant to do more than just survive at this point. Maybe the universe is trying to show you that you're worthy of thriving. You're worthy of experiencing abundance. So just keep that in mind and try not to let any kind of 3D happening really suck you in and make it personal and take it in and take it on. It's not that time for you. I can feel very strongly this kind of like arm's length distance of, I am the observer of this life and I am making observations. Okay, that wasn't meant for me. So let me apply for things over here in this area where I might be qualified or where I might just get lucky. Or let me just apply for the thing that I really want, even if I'm not qualified. Let it light you up. Let it inspire you. Then you have this she who remains, which just makes me feel about the shells that remain in the bottom of that sifter kind of thing. I have no idea what that thing is called. It's like a toy. And it says powerful, devotion, true worth. See, when we put our energy to things that are not meant for us, they don't yield back to us the same kind of abundance. They don't bring back to us that same sense of resonation. That's why I always say in the beginning of my readings, take what resonates and leave the rest. Because if you try to make every single message fit, you're going to water down the entire reading and you're going to miss the parts that are meant for you. If you just take the parts that are meant for you and really focus and concentrate on that and what you can get from that, then you're going to get a really powerful, strong message that can really help you determine what direction to go or what path to take, or just give you insight into what's really, going on an energetic level. But if you try to make everything fit, you just sort of water yourself down and sort of drain your energy and get confused and miss the good stuff. So, focus on what remains. Focus on what sticks to you. Focus on, what opens for you, and keep pursuing that and keep putting your energy towards that means. This is really important right now, Pisces. You're on some kind of trajectory right here, I feel like. All right, and then you have she who unfolds. It says swath, embrace, self-care. When you think of the word swath, you think about how the mother, takes the blanket and swaddles up the baby and, makes the baby feel very secure and very, held tight and cared for in the world. And this is how we are to treat ourselves. Don't be say no to the things you need to say no to, and say yes to the things you need to say yes to. And yes, you do know the difference. It feels different when it's presented to you. It feels different in your gut. And so listen to that. This is all about being your most powerful self as you unfold into this period of time and what in this space of, I feel like drawing in things that are really meant for you. That's what it really feels like. And then you have she who knows, wisdom, clarity, resolution. Where does this knowing come from? Does it come from outside of you or does it come from inside of you? Hopefully, as a Pisces, you know it's your intuition. You know, it comes from inside. If we let the outside inform us of how we're doing inside, or we feel like the outside has the power, not us, then we are going to have a very hard time in life, especially because the outside is temporary. It is not permanent, and it will go up and down. It will fluctuate. Sometimes it will reflect back to you good things, and sometimes it will reflect back to you hard things. It's just the nature of the beast. But if you know what you know from inside yourself, then when you are presented with either quote unquote the good or the bad, I don't like either one of those words, but I'll use them in this case, you know what to do. You know why they're there. You know how to handle the situation. You know that it's temporary and you know to treat it as such. So there is something that is coming here, Pisces, and it is requiring you to really care for yourself, to really nurture yourself, to really listen to yourself, to really open up to the path that is being shown to you, the path that is being illuminated to you. And it is really calling upon you to let go of your fear and to trust, to let go of that doubting nature, whether it comes from, growing up without much. Our past is not a life sentence. We live in an impermanent place. We too are impermanent. Change is the only thing we can count on in life. Our own change, the world's change, the outside's change. So your condition is an ever-evolving, ever-changing thing. And it's hard when you develop a mindset that kind of wants to keep you stuck, or that, kind of is fight or flight, because that's so primal. But this is not that moment, Pisces. You're creating something beautiful for yourself here. You're really stepping into a different echelon, and I feel like being seen. I feel like you're getting ready to shine, and I feel like you're also quite magnetic, or stepping into that energy right now, where you are calling towards you these experiences and these opportunities that are truly meant for you, and people even that are really meant for you. And for whatever reason, I heard places. So places, yeah, I'm getting it again, and I feel really strongly when I say that. So something about places. Could be work environments, could be places that you travel, could be somewhere to live, could be something here. Places, I get that again. It may be the places that bring the people. I'm not sure, but let's go deeper, okay, Pisces? For Pisces, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Do you have anything else for Pisces? Is there anything else for Pisces? Achievement. It says effort plus intention. Okay, so be mindful of your intentions. Is your intention to get what you want, or is your intention to get what is in your highest and best? We have this problem as human beings where our thinking mind wants to tell us this is the best thing available. This is what you want. Wouldn't it be amazing if it worked out this way? Look at this picture I can paint for you. This is what you want. If this doesn't happen, be disappointed, because look how amazing this could be. And sometimes when we do that, what we want, as a human being, we can only look from the level we're at. And being human is heavy. It's material. It's in this 3D world. It's all the parts of us that are free of that condition, that can see higher and bigger things for us, and that may be able to really guide us in a different direction that is actually in our highest and best. So sometimes, this is telling you, this is a time of achievement for you. And it is about you putting effort in the 3D, but it's also about your intention. And so be mindful of your intention. And honestly, when I sit down at this table to read for you, I speak my intentions out loud, because our voice has power, sound has power. So this may be where either you want to have a mantra, or where you just want to be mindfully aware that as you approach all the situations in your life, you're speaking your intention into being. So if your intention is to have what is in your highest and best work out, then that's what, will happen, and you can trust it. All right. So you have precognition and divine mother. This is telling you, you do have a vision for yourself. You do have this ability to connect to your intuition and to sort of feel what is right for you. And this is saying, and then you have divine mother, nurturing, compassion, grace. This is about nurturing that vision, nurturing that deep knowing of yourself, not doubting it, not letting fear touch it, but keeping it safe, protecting it, and nurturing it. That vision that you have for yourself, that hope, that goal, that dream, that deep inner knowing. A lot of times we'll have a deep inner knowing. Sometimes we'll have a deep inner knowing that we're just meant to be like married or in a couple, or we're so drawn to a particular part of our education that we're definitely meant to pursue that, or to be curious about that for the rest of our life. Nurture those things, give to those things. That's how we put effort in a good way, in a good direction. Effort plus intention here. Okay. Then you're getting sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, prayer, fearlessness, removing obstacles, eternal flame. This is your sacred purpose, ancestral legacy, and then summoning power. My God, Pisces, your readings have been literally out of control. This is about being grateful for the space you are now and facing what is in front of you with fearlessness. Your own fearlessness will remove the obstacles. The biggest obstacle we face, being spiritual beings, having a human experience, is our own fear. Our fear of really being who we're capable of being, our fear of being real, our fear of going against the grain, our fear of not belonging, our fear of being abandoned, our fear of not being enough. Look at all those fears we all possess, and there's so many more. So it says reverent appreciation, prayer. Gratitude moves mountains. Gratitude is the singular best way to raise your vibration. It is the singular best way for you to focus just on the foot in front of you, or on the path in front of you. When you are reverent for what you have right now, for what is working out right now, and for the solid ground beneath your feet, whatever that is, whatever that looks like, when you are just thankful for it, when you are thankful for your own expanding mind, when you are thankful for the fact that, you are someone who knows that there is more to this experience than just the 3D world. When, there are so many things to be thankful for. And I, as I just got back from a trip, and whenever I take a trip, the older I get, kind of the less I like to travel. I've really created the life that I want in my daily life, and I really appreciate it and enjoy it. And that's not, as humans, we're not meant to just create a beautiful life and then just stay inside it. We are always meant to pursue more than that, and to push ourselves beyond that. But it sure is tempting sometimes to just stay home. But, my daughter and I had to drive back to Florida. It was, I don't know, 1,000 miles or something. And we took the winding route. We took the country roads. We chased waterfalls and hiked in woods, and looked and identified spring wildflowers, and followed rivers along the banks with her dog. And it was an incredible experience. But as I started off this reading telling you how happy I was to be back in my bed, it was such a reminder when I got home just how much I love the life that I have created. And this morning, boy, when I was saying my prayers, and I was sure giving a lot of thanks for those moments that I had with my daughter and my granddog out in the woods and on those country roads, and the things we discovered and laughed about, and the music we played and sang, and the wind in our face and the sun on our backs. It was a wonderful, lovely time that I will never forget and I will always treasure. But my God, I am so happy to be home. And I love this. I love waking up and coming to my desk and reading for you guys. I love my routine. I love my life. So there is this energy of, if you're not feeling grateful for your life, then how can you step outside your life to come back to it, to remember there is something really fabulous. You have created it. And in that, there are things that are really beautiful, and there are things that are really comforting and nurturing and loving. And or if there are not, then create a life you can get excited about and feel thankful for and feel abundance within. So that is our starting place. Our starting place is where we are now, and our starting place is feeling secure in that space and loving it and feeling gratitude for it. And then it is facing the future with fearlessness, because we are standing in a space where we feel solid, where we feel safe, where we know we are capable of more, where we know we can rise up to a greater occasion here. And with a sacred purpose, it's also this deep inner knowing that we are all very unique, just like a snowflake, with our fingerprints, with everything. We each have a soul purpose, each and every single one of us, and we're all very, very precious to this greater collective consciousness. You are the only one that can fulfill your purpose on this planet. There's no one else that can do what you are meant to do. And it is this, zest for life, this feeling of, I need to do that. I need to go out. I need to find my calling. I need to figure out who I am. I need to live my truth and my authenticity that will guide you in the direction that is meant for you. And with the summoning power, this is about knowing that you have everything it takes innately in order to make this happen for yourself. You were born that way. And if you never give up, you will not lose. There's a quote I love. I used to have a bookmark that said this, be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. There's such a temptation in this world and in this life to look at someone else and be like, wow, they're really amazing. Let's just take Jane Goodall. I don't know why she popped into my head, so that could be significant to someone out there. You may be a big fan of hers. But clearly she's living her life purpose. And oftentimes, a lot of people will look and be like, man, that's so cool. I'd like to go into the forest and study monkeys and go off with Thomas Mangelson and take pictures in Alaska. And, she just had her birthday, I think. I think she turned 90. I'm not sure, but she looks amazing. And she's still very happy and has contributed so much to making this world a better place because she was in it. And we're all sort of attracted to that energy of someone living their purpose, of someone, really knowing who they are and going out and doing it. And, but we can't all be Jane Goodall. You know what I mean? Jane Goodall is filling that position. We all have a different purpose. We all have a different thing that we're supposed to be doing. And however small or however silly or however menial or whatever it may feel like it is, even maybe there are people that look at me with my YouTube channel and think I'm crazy, think I'm, they're like, what in the world happened to her? You know what I mean? Because I was a pretty successful photographer before this, but I find so much meaning in this time that I spend with you that I don't ever want to give it up. But the thing is, this is part of my path. This is part of my purpose, connecting with all of you here in this space. And I embrace that. I love that. I'm grateful for that. I am so grateful for that. So it is about also being grateful for the path that you are on, or the path that is yours, that belongs to you, that is the thing that you're doing that no one else does the same way that you do it. There's tons of tarot card readers out there, but I don't think there's any that are just like me, and I'm not just like anybody else. You know what I mean? So it is about kind of all of those energies and really embracing it and finding the power in it and finding the power in your voice and finding the power in your positioning here. All right, Pisces. So I don't know. Let's see what's going on. For Pisces. Yeah, you've gone through some kind of change. You're getting the butterfly card with metamorphosis. Yeah, you're going on some kind of quest. Wow, you are getting the Queen of Wands and it says Leo right there. Some of you are really dealing with a Leo, or you may have strong Leo in your chart. This may be a time, if you have Leo in your chart, where it comes out very strongly. You may be finding your passion or kind of stepping into the spotlight, getting a lot of attention. You have the Hangman here, which is talking about Neptune, and then you have the Queen of Swords here, which is talking about Aquarius. Well, it's the Star card, actually. This is the Star card. And this is actually the Strength card. They say these are not really tarot cards, they're oracle cards. So they say a whole bunch of stuff on it. But so you have basically the Strength, the Star, and the Hangman here. Wow, and the Emperor. And then you're getting the loons, the geese, and the butterfly. Yes, you guys, something about this. I feel like your soul purpose may be calling you. There is something here with the Hangman and the Star card where you could be healing a past perception or a way of perceiving the world that you've held from the past. Its origin comes in the past. And you may have you may be getting some enlightenment on it and the way that it is affecting you. You don't ever want your past to dictate your present and your future. Our past is not a life sentence. The one thing we know for sure is that things are going to change and that things are always capable of changing. And we want to definitely keep that in mind. With the Hangman and the Star card here, though, it's like your perspective is changing. Your perspective is healing. And this is opening up this opportunity to kind of step into fate or step into like wish fulfillment kind of energy. With the butterfly, this is like where we go into that cocoon and then we come out this butterfly. And it's like, it took all of those experiences. It took all of the times that you made decisions off of a past perspective or off some other way. All of those lessons, all of those things have contributed to this like butterfly energy that's coming out of the cocoon, that someone who is really capable of stepping into their power here with this Emperor energy. And with the loons and the geese here, I am definitely feeling like you're getting some kind of soulmate or some kind of soul tribe or both here. You have deep commitment, uncommon bond, and on a quest. I think this is someone that you find along the way while you are on your quest towards something else. It's like how I got that places energy. It's coming back with this. So it's like you may be on some kind of quest. You may literally be traveling and meeting someone, or you may be traveling to see someone, or you may be like changing jobs or something where you're going to meet someone. There's someone coming into your life of significance here, Pisces. There's not a doubt in my mind. And it's through some kind of either travel or change, or it could be connected to you pursuing your own soul purpose or what you feel super guided to pursue here. With the Strength card, I feel it's a soulmate. I feel like it is someone that you're going to have this uncommon bond with. But it requires you to be fearless. It requires you to really go for it here. It's really asking you to do that with this Emperor energy. Let's dive into the tarot, Pisces. All right, you're getting the Knight of Wands coming out sideways with the Queen of Wands, Pisces. And then you have the Wise One, the Hierophant, with those keys. You guys keep getting these keys, this energy of keys. There's an energy here of while you are pursuing your goals, it's like, you know, going back to our conversation about Jane Goodall, when you are in the pursuit of your passion, when you are in the pursuit of your soul purpose, you are extremely attractive and you are magnetic. And you know, Jane Goodall probably didn't know where she was always going to find her funding for her foundation. Wow. Or anything like that, but it comes to you. You attract it. When you are really in this energy of being in alignment with your soul purpose, things come to you. You attract them. When you make the decision and the choice to go after your dreams, to go after what you desire, and you truly are doing it on some level, you don't have to do it like with, let's say, your career or this or that. So for some of you, it may be like literally, you know, pursuing some kind of hobby or traveling or even the pursuit of love, or knowing that you are meant to be in some kind of deep committed relationship and not giving up until you find that thing. It is something though, once you make this decision and once you take your first step and once you begin on this journey, that journey transforms you into someone who becomes, it's like the law of attraction, who becomes the magnet for everything that they desire with that Queen of Wands energy. With the Hierophant, this can be where you have passed through some kind of spiritual gate, or you have elevated in some kind of way, and you are you know, getting the keys to a different kind of kingdom. You know what I mean? It's like you're experiencing something different than what you have experienced in the past, because you are in another place. You are looking at things differently than you were before. And when, like I said, you're in the pursuit of, the wand is like that soul purpose kind of energy. You do become very attractive. All right. What else for Pisces? Oh, wow. See, you guys are meeting someone. It's for sure. You have Justice and the Seven of Cups, or if you're not meeting someone, like if you already met someone or you know someone, that like you're going to either discover, a decision will be made here to either choose each other out of many, or this can even be where, you know, like if you're in a work environment and there's a whole bunch of people and you're kind of getting to know a whole bunch of people, or you have these kind of light work relationships with a lot of people, there's going to be then one that comes like that, where you're like, wow, you really balance me out. Wow, you're really contributing the same amount that I'm contributing. Wow, you know what I mean? There's some kind of decision from, it's mutually amicable, or mutually whatever, I don't know what that word is that I'm looking for, but it's where both of you are choosing to kind of choose each other out of many, one out of many. I keep getting one out of many. Isn't that like e pluribus unum or something? I don't know, on the dollar bill or something. I have no idea. Anyway, okay. And then with this Three of Coins, there could be something tied to your career, or this can also be where it's like a deepening of a level of commitment, or where you have an opportunity to spend time with one person, maybe out of some kind of group, and you realize, wow, we are really vibing. We're sharing the same vision. We kind of have the same plan. We are really moving in the same direction. It is developing the foundation of something very strong here with the Strength card and the Three of Coins. It's like there is a strong connection, and we're just now discovering it, or we're just now exploring it. Take it as it resonates, okay? And it's probably definitely a soulmate. It's this energy here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a heavy emphasis. Yeah, for some of you, there's this heavy emphasis on how our own thoughts have sabotaged us. Our own thoughts have not been in alignment with what we actually want for some period of time in life where this is something where, you know, with that Hangman, we're definitely changing the perspective, or we're definitely seeing the way that our thoughts affected us. You have the Seven of Swords in reverse with the Three of Swords upright, and the Three of Swords I clarified, and it's the Death, and the Ten of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about not letting your thoughts creep in. And this is a repeating theme now in this reading, where it is letting go of fear and having faith, having trust. And it is this energy of your thoughts were not in alignment with what you wanted, or with the life you were trying to create, or with you going after your passion. Your thoughts were holding you back, or your thoughts were betraying you. So, you know, it's like I said, if we don't get a job, sometimes we will think, oh man, I'm not worthy, or oh man, we tell ourselves all kinds of narratives like, oh, I didn't get that because I'm a woman, or I didn't. And, you know, sometimes that's true. Okay. I'm not trying to downplay that or whatever, but also seeing life through those eyes, or sort of putting that out there a lot, is going to get you that result even more and more and more. You know what I mean? So the thing is, it's you know, when you can look at it and go, that wasn't meant for me. You know, if that had been meant for me, I wouldn't have missed it. You know, the door would have opened. So what it is it's informing me of, you know, what I need to do. I mean, I've told this story before. My daughter's a Pisces, and she applied to law school, and she applied to a lot of places, and it was kind of, I don't want to say it was like last minute, but it wasn't something that she had planned on forever. It was, you know, the changing climate of things in the world really made her feel like she needed to like step up into this education. And so she just sort of like went for it, took the LSAT, and just threw out her didn't throw out her applications, where she put a lot of effort and energy into it. But she said to me once it was out there, she said, well, I'm going to let the universe decide where I go. And like, I can't tell you how many times she has said to me, thank goodness I ended up where I ended up. It is the literal perfect place for me. You know, she has amazing hiking all around places for her, you know, which is what her passion is, and yoga and hiking and stuff. But also, you know, with all these protests, with all these things happening, they're not happening where she is. And, but they are happening at the other places she was considering going. So there is just this energy of, you know, all the time, every day, every moment, all the time. She's just like, oh, I can see so clearly how this is the perfect place for me. And I'm so glad I let the universe decide. I'm so glad that, you know, I didn't get attached to any one outcome. And, you know, I was never disappointed. I was always excited that, like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, she applied on the last day, and it's always hardest to get in when you apply on the last day. So anyway, long story short, you know, when we let the universe decide, oftentimes, you know, if we get attached to an idea of we need it to be like this, or, you know, it's probably going to happen like this, or our thoughts are not in alignment with what we're trying to manifest, or what we're trying to achieve or accomplish, or we're really set in the ways of our thoughts, you know, then we will be disappointed by life, or we won't be able to see the beauty in the way that it all worked out. We won't be able to see that we are part of the flow, and that it is unfolding perfectly. And so sometimes when we just let the universe decide and let the universe show us, you know, it can be a transformational experience. We can go, wow. And, you know, and my daughter's like, I'm so happy here. I could stay here for the rest of my life. I just love it here. It is the best place ever, you know? And so, and most people do not say that when they're in law school. Law school is grueling and awful and hard and terrible and competitive. And there's so much about it that is difficult. But man, oh man, you know, she'll take it all where she's at, because she just loves it. She loves the people, she loves the place, she loves everything about it. And so that's amazing, you know, it's amazing. And she truly, you know, at that point she was just like, I'm gonna let the universe decide. And, you know, do I go to law school? Do I get in anywhere? Do I, you know? and, you know, it's worked out. And so sometimes, you know, it's best to just say, all right, I need a new job. I'm going to apply 10 places or whatever, and we'll just let the universe decide. We'll see what happens, you know. Maybe I'll get one, maybe I won't get any, maybe I'll get all 10. Let's see. But usually the universe is going to surprise you, and it will become clearer and clearer and clearer to you why that is the thing that worked out for you. If you're open to that, if you're not set on your way of thinking, because our way of thinking is what is creating our suffering here with the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords in reverse. So it's kind of letting go, transforming, allowing the universe to surprise us, focusing on what's in front of us, not getting swept up into our thinking mind, not getting swept into I want this, or I need this, or I need it to look like this, but just putting our intention and our work in. Effort plus intention, 8 of Pentacles here, you know, is what's going to bring about the transformation and bring about our emotional contentment, and possibly with another person, because it will guide us to the place where that person maybe even is or exists. All right, and then you guys have the 6 of Swords in the bottom of the deck, which is just that energy of, you know, transforming our way of thinking is going to bring a different result. We're going to see something different manifesting when we allow ourselves to be at peace and just be calm with whatever happens. Whatever is. Whatever comes, whatever goes, whatever doesn't come, whatever doesn't go. Course in Miracles. All right. Wow, you're getting the Queen of Cups with the 6 of Cups. With the King of Cups. You guys, the King and Queen of Cups again. With the 6 of Cups. With the 9 of Cups. Lord. Pisces, you're meeting somebody. There is either this is someone where you're having a deepening of a level of affection. For some of you, with the 6 of Cups in between the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, this may be a thing where absence has made the hearts grow fonder. There may be distance between you, where this feeling of nostalgia, this feeling of sitting in the energy of the emotion of how you feel about someone, or, you know, having sort of some distance or some space here to appreciate or to think back or to look back on the harmony between you, or to just feel the harmony that exists between you, brings up even greater contentment, even greater knowing, yes, this is my person, this is right. For some of you, this can be a long period of time of sort of being by yourself, not really having a space to put love, and then having someone come in and feeling that, you know, getting yourself to a place where you're emotionally content on your own, and then having a divine partner or a very strong soulmate walk in the door and being like, wow, I have such a deep appreciation and reverence for this. Having been without for so long, or having been lost in my reveries or my, you know, nostalgic thinking. Wow, this can be someone from your past, but it certainly doesn't have to be. It can just be a soulmate or someone that you've been manifesting or wishing for or wanting for some time. Pisces, you are powerful at this time. My God, you guys just got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups in a reading, and here it is coming out again, and with the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. My God. Pisces. All right, let's look at the best possible outcome here with this Queen and King of Cups real quick. Chariot, Wheel of Fortune as I split the deck. Some of you may be traveling. This may be bringing change. Some of you may be moving. Some of you, you know, wow. Best possible outcome for Pisces. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Pisces, something is coming in. Change is coming in very, very quickly. Wow, this is something that you've been focusing on, something that you have been desiring for some time. You may have spent time on your own here, really wanting it, or really focused on it, or really, you know, even I almost feel like praying for the opportunity of it, or this can be someone else who really has spent some time by themselves, really thinking about what they want, what's going to make them happy. There's an opportunity to have that coming in for possibly both of you, the Hermit and the High Priestess. Wow, this is a very, 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 very strong match. You guys have 3 queens here. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is like very, very like on the brink of Empress energy. Of course, I'm going to clarify this Tower for you. What is the Tower for Pisces? Wow, dang, guys. The Sun on the bottom of the deck. The 8 of Cups, the Page of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Wow. Pisces, you have something coming in very quickly. It may be someone coming in very quickly, someone that wants to have a lot of success with you. There's a very fast change that is going to be occurring here with the 4 of Wands. This is the physical manifestation of something that you have been manifesting for some time. You're going to have success in it. With the 8 of Cups and the Page of Cups, this is walking away from the things, you know, sometimes in life it's hard to walk away from things that aren't totally broken. Like, you know, we have this friend and every time you walk away from them, you feel like crap. You're like, man, they're always bragging about their life and making me feel like crap about mine. Like, you are the friend they're using to feel better about themselves or to like justify themselves or something. But it's like you haven't had a fight. There's, you know, there hasn't been some knockdown, drag out. So there's no reason to truly walk away. It's like there's still something that may be salvageable. No, we're not tolerating that type of energy anymore. With the 8 of Cups and the Page of Cups, we are caring for and nurturing our own true authenticity and our own true heart. And the things that don't see that and don't appreciate that and don't recognize that and don't understand that, we're able to walk away from here with the 8 of Cups. And that is the beginning of this journey. With the Knight of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands, this is huge. You are going through this decision and this step of, you know, no longer kind of allowing yourself to be a punching bag, or no longer allowing yourself to say yes to things you really want to say no to, or, you know, letting go of, you know, relationships or friendships, or at least kind of taking space from places that don't really serve your highest and best. It's about healing with the Sun, but it's also about your happiness. And when you don't have these low-grade fevers in your life, I don't know why that came out that way, but when you don't have that experience, it's like you can feel truly healthy. You can shine. And that's what this moment is about with the Tower and the High Priestess. And it's like there's a deep inner knowing that this is your time, that this is your moment, and that this moment is about you, and it's not about these people that have kind of, I don't want to say, I really don't know how to say what I'm feeling, but it's like they haven't been totally awful, at least up front, and awful enough that you're gonna be like, you're terrible, I'm leaving. But it has been affecting you on some level, and you're just like, no, I'm walking away from those things now. With the Queen of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords, this is where we're talking about your foundation. Remember when we started off with the tarot, we had the Knight of Wands sideways into the Queen of Wands upright, and I was talking about how when we pursue our passions, we become this magnet. We become this energy that is incredibly attractive to everyone around us, but also everything that we need in order to make our desires happen. And that's what's happening here. You have the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. This is a mentality, the 4 of Cups, of where it's like constant disappointment. It's like nothing ever really works out for me. I'm always disappointed. I'm always bored and discontent. Maybe I'm even always by myself. And when we let go of that, and when we heal, and when we really see where that's coming from, it's coming from the 3 swords, right? Which we saw also in your reading. It's coming from our own thoughts and the things that we're telling ourselves about what we're experiencing in the 3D world. It's not the truth. But when we can separate ourselves from that and remember that we are the mindful observer of our thoughts, and that we can actually control them, and we can get clarity. And once we get clarity and we start to see things in a positive way, things start to become positive. That starts to be our experience. With the 4 of Wands, it's saying you're succeeding at this, Pisces. So there's definitely, with the High Priestess and the Hermit, there's someone who's incredibly well suited, who wants the same things that you want, who probably has gone through a bit of transformation and change on their own, but they're definitely single and they're definitely coming towards you. With the Queen of Cups here, this is just a reminder, especially with the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. With these 3 queens, it's saying, hey, Pisces, you're very close to this Empress energy where your wish is the universe's command. You know, nothing is impossible for the Empress. She is the unlimited manifestor. She is a limitless operant power of her own life. When you have the Queen of Cups here, this is talking to you about remembering the value of what you have to give. And this is about knowing that you are a loving person, and that what you seek to give and what you seek to offer the world and to the collective consciousness and to other people is your love, is this gift that you have, and that it is valuable, and that it is worthy, and that you are valuable and you are worthy, and that you are actually here fulfilling a purpose that no one else can fulfill, that is very, very, very important to everyone. And you are compassionate, you are empathetic, you are able to see other people's perspective and offer people, you know, warmth and a safe place to fall. And, you know, this really does feel like a space of non-judgment and unconditional love. And it's coming back to you, Pisces. It's coming back to you. All right, Pisces, let me get you some messages. All right, Pisces, if you are dealing with a water sign, you're getting, I want to feel that way again. I feel the sexual tension. Just being near you is intoxicating. I hid who I really am from you. Integrity. Does this situation align with your morals and values? Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. And go slow. Take time to get to know each other. If you are dealing with a fire sign, you are getting, I watch your social media. I'm not financially stable. We don't share the same values. Self-care, clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. I wish we could go back. I would do it all again. I'm in a committed relationship. If you are dealing with an earth sign, Pisces, you're getting, I'm so attracted to you. Finding out the truth crushed me. I don't know why this happened. New love, a new love or recommitment to love is developing. I have trouble with intimacy, and I daydream about a life with you. If you are dealing with an air sign, Pisces, whoa, whoa, whoa. Things are flying here. You are getting, I miss being with you. I wish I could share my good news with you. Decision, it's time to decide about this relationship. Unplug, working less will help strengthen your relationship. And I wish I had treated you better. Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. I hope it brought you some peace and clarity. And I wish you guys all the very best. Always, always, always. Until next time. Bye-bye.